Um, at the risk of speaking for a long time, I'll give you an example, okay, of traditional marriage, because I heard Chalet say whether it's romantic or business, right? When you approach a young lady and you say you want to marry, okay, what her father will do is he will require you to pay dowry. Traditionally, what that dowry is supposed to do is supposed to be an investment. Okay, it used to be cows back in the day when the richest people had lots and lots of cows. So you take about 10 cows and you're not supposed to touch them. And what they're going to do is they're going to duplicate and duplicate and duplicate and duplicate. So what happens is, in case something goes wrong in that marriage and she has to come back home, there's a big investment here to take care of her in case that man dies, loses his job, or whatever it is. In modern day, some of what most families are doing is they ask for that in money. And again, ideally, you should invest that into something that will grow and grow and grow. So what it does, it gives her a cushion and it insulates her, even from her own husband, from being abused, from him being, he should be the leader of the family, but he should never have so much control where she feels like, my goodness, if I leave the situation, I'll die of hunger. I won't be able to sustain myself or whatever it is. And another thing is, traditionally, I find that when we have weddings, one of the most important things that they say is, look, you can always come home. You can always come home. If it gets rough, if it gets tough, you can always come home. If a man abuses his wife or does anything that is unacceptable, she goes back home and he has to not ask her back. You know, that cycle of abuse where he beats her, then he's nice, and then you know, it happens in a different way where if she goes back home, he doesn't get to beg her and manipulate her and love bomb her and bring her back. No, he has to go ask for her from her parents and her family all over again. And they get to sit him down and be like, oh, but, you know, there's a lot of problems here. You know, what are you doing to change all of this? Because we can't let our daughter go back into this. And he has to prove and show that he can take care of her and love her properly and not abuse and manipulate her. And then if, again, that happens, she comes back home. And when she comes back home, she's not just a burden, because there's, again, this investment. So you, number one, you don't, and does it happen? Yes, there are families that are horrible. A father will take the money and squander it, and then his daughter has nothing. You know what I mean? Bad people or bad things happen, but the ideal situation is that your family should insulate you from abuse no matter what happens in life, and you should always be able to come home.